graduate.
Yes! That was a UB graduate. Let us acknowledge, apart from our excellent actors, Mr. Aaron Biden, the teacher of Standard 5 who made that happen, and a proud alumnus of the University of Belize. Well, I think European Union representatives, I think you know we can handle it. We're starting with excellent material. And so with pleasure, I'm Project Officer for Rural Development of the EU in Belize and our personal ambassador. To the microphone.
Thank you very much. You always put me in very difficult spots. There are great people before me, even better people after me. Yes. I always find speaking in public is nerve-wracking. There are some people that are natural, like some ministers are sitting at the table, they're very good speakers. This time is even more difficult. I mean, we have three ministers, an unknown number of doctors and important people. I feel a little bit at school again, being examined. But, well, I hope to do well and to have good marks at the end. It is a pleasure for me to be here, not only because I can pretend to be an ambassador for a couple of hours, which I'm not, unfortunately, or fortunately, but also because I think rural development is very close to my heart. That's what I like to do and what we are doing in this country. I'm here representing a real ambassador, Ambassador Mazzocchi Alemanni, which is our head of delegation in Jamaica, which is a responsibility also for Belize. He's not here, but he will come here before the end of the year, and he wants to inaugurate the first lot of the second phase of the Georgetown High School that is about to be finished, plus the Middlesex Bridge that for a long time has been standing there and had not the time to inaugurate. Some people, especially some banana farmers, have been questioning a lot, why do we do so much rural development with funds that are meant for bananas? It's true that the measure started 10 years ago with the idea of helping the industry to become more competitive, but 3 or 4 years ago, a couple of people in government, one is here, Catherine Mendez, another is not here for Ministry of Agriculture, start raising some questions and say, I mean, bananas is not just industry, banana is people. There are people working for the banana industry, but they have families, they have their houses. There are also people not working directly from the industry, but living in the areas that are affected by the banana industry. The program was turned more towards rural development to help the villages in the traditional banana belt with a series of interventions. We started with some schools, rehabilitation of schools, some health centers, we did electrification, we did water, and now we are moving to training the people there to manage. In some cases, not in this case, but the same school that we have rehabilitated. Is it a successful program? I do think it is. Both components are doing pretty well. If we just talk on the banana side, comparing with the rest of the banana industry, in the Caribbean, the Belize banana are competitive and are doing pretty well. On the rural development side, we always want to do more. I mean, we are doing what we can with our funds, but I think we're giving what are not luxuries, but what are the basic needs of people to be competitive in life. I mean, water, electricity, access to school, access to health. Well, we have a partner that is well tasted, it's the University of Belize. We work with them under ERP, a rural IT program. We work with them in the banana with Meristem, so the production with Meristem. And now we are working what is really their main area of competence, which is education. Usually we are very nervous to come to, when it's launching, because on the back of our mind we are thinking, what if this project doesn't work? I mean, we look like fools. We come here and say great things, and then nothing works. We know that UB has completed pretty well 2 projects in areas that are not really the one that have the most of the competence, and I'm absolutely sure that this project will get to a great end. Having said that, I give the floor to much better speakers, and much prettier than I am. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Cosimo. A cultural council of which I'm a member, the National Creole Council, had a booth in a little village somewhere, and Honorable Melvin Hulse showed up. I don't think he was a minister then, it was years ago. And he showed up, and there were lots of people there from City River, and the membership fee was $10 per year, if you could afford it, Belize dollars. And so everybody showed up, but of course they want to use their little money for food and drinks and whatnot, and business. But they were so interested in the Creole language and culture. And Minister Howell said, at the time he was a minister, said, you know what, sign it all up. Put his hand in his pocket and paid for every single villager of City River who was there to join the council. And I said, my gosh, I know, but to have done that on the spot, I have never forgotten that, Minister. And so with real pleasure, I invite you, the Nemo man, the people's man, Minister of Transport and Communication and Nemo, our Honorable Melvin House, to the microphone.
Hey guys, yes, my colleague Patrick said dress up, but cross down, big time thing to go on now. Anyway, make a start off. Let me start off first saying, of course, hello to my colleagues, Patrick, Minister of Education, Eden, Minister of Rural Development, Human Transportation, all them fancy name. But forget the fancy name, because I need to tell you that this ministry operate excellent, and they do a lot of they do all the work in trying to get food and water and basic things to people immediately after disaster. So forget all the fancy name. At the end of the day, when push comes to shove and we dip on the ground, that his ministry back that load in there. Okay guys, so we need to remember that part. The other thing is that to my colleagues, I need to also say hi to the European Union, because they know they're always out here. We always get something from them guys. Okay, and they have consistently been with us, what, over 30 years now? In one way or another, we have gotten a lot of projects out to your highways and byways and schools, and banana support allowed us to survive during the bad days of the banana industry with strikes and whatnot. So they have been there and helped it expand and help. And they were instrumental in help when we were dealing with the British in getting part of the loan to pave the road from Bladen to the port. So, and that ended up being a grant. So I need to say that the history is long. It might seem ceremonial right now, but we need to understand that what you see here is just a continuation of constant working. And UB, of course, all these doctors, I can't remember all of the titles of that, Dr. Coronet, Dr. President, and the board, and all. Hi, right, how are you guys? Good. And I need to say hi to the chairman of the village, Albert Leslie, and of course the principal, Clint Foreman of the school where we use the building. Let me start off. I got 4 things to say, guys. One, I want to start off as representing government, which I have always and continue to support the kind of direction that Patrick to push in education, because he get there to strengthen and put in structure and format to it in order to help us to enhance education and also to be able to do evaluation. Many a time we talk about all these programs in a place, at the end of the day we're not going to clue if it's successful. Okay, and and many a time people not like the hard measure, because most are weak Creole. Not like to be accounted for, you know. We not like to be evaluated. We want to strut around, get our pay, and not give a damn if we get no results. That's the bottom line. So I have been an extremely strong supporter of the reforms going on in the Ministry of Education, and I totally appreciate the European Union stepping out into that back, because what they've been done now is absolutely needed. Not make goes further, in spite of what else I say when I've done that. I do support that completely, guys. And as area representative, I am certainly more than pleased that we are total 14 villages out here between me and Eden area, the Mid-South as per se, and I end up helping 15 schools. Now, that's no joke, because over the years, we in the Mid-South have taken the worst thing. You send us the worst teachers, you send them with no kind of transportation, they come late in the morning because they have to hitchhike, they have to leave early the afternoon because of rain and whatnot, and a long way have gone to where we got nice schools in our area between me and Eden in the Mid-South of this Stanwick and Toledo district. So those are very important things, and we come from here understanding the distance we have come. I remember Santa Rosa, I had one 2x4 building there with detached thing and some scrap lumber from sawmill with board up and down. Independence started at a little school over yonder till they built this first building back in 96, 97, about 97. Okay, so we have come a long way, guys. Now, I want to talk to you as a parent and as a former teacher. Believe it or not, this ignorant person used to be a teacher. I had a miserable group, but I was a good teacher. I taught at Lynham and I started at Stamping High. I taught first, second, third, and fourth form. Matter of fact, I did enjoy teaching, but the love of land in agriculture moved me away from teaching. So I did teach there, and I teach a lot of people who are still in the Stamping district, okay? So don't make go through it. But I want to talk both as a parent and a teacher, and I have 8 kids in school, so I could talk as a parent. Guys, my problem is, and I'm doing it now in front of UB, and I'm doing it in front of European. This program is absolutely necessary. We're going to invest $1.2 million to improve teachers to help teach kids. Right now we have been doing a disaster. Our PSE is lousy and our CXE is lousy. That is a fact of life. But we're ending up with a lot of teachers who are going away getting all the degrees. And we end up to train people who use teaching as a job and not as a profession. They don't have a love to share the knowledge with the kids. In my days, I was taught with people who had no degrees. I can't say I turned out too bad, but all of us learn from those teachers, okay? What you need to understand, the first time in the history of our country, we're about 400 years old. We have teachers with more degrees than has ever happened in the history of this country. Yet we're doing worse than we ever did before. Because the kids are coming out, graduating from fourth form, can't write a letter, have no English construction, apply for a job, it is a disaster. So what is happening? The Ministry of Education, UB is doing their best, funding agencies for abroad, the World Bank with their school program, everybody is helping. So what is happening? So what I am here to ask today, that when we start this program that is absolutely vital, that we stop pick the same people over and over who don't give a damn about teaching, simply want an increase in education to get more pay. Start to look for those dedicated teachers who quietly, with no noise and no fanfare, teach and allow our kids to learn and to pass. I also want one more other thing. Some of you are teachers who work hard and nobody notices you, never get a break to go study. It's the same flipping people over and over that go study. Okay, and I have a problem with that. I have out here, born and bred, and you all know me, children born and bred out here. I have 3. How much kids graduate from here? They graduate right from here, right, Clint? Okay, Christopher graduate from here, Dales graduate from here, and Nicole started from standard 1, from standard 1 right up to where? Standard 5, standard 6. Okay, then you go on to ecumenical for 6th form over there where my son there. So my children, the rest of them born in a Dangriga hospital, went through all the schools at Dangriga. From Holy Ghost to ecumenical high school, ecumenical 6th form. So I have found jobs. I could tell you about education. The other thing I got a problem with, and I'm asking them before they spend $1, we need to tighten up on the teachers. And I've said this publicly in many other forums, and I'm saying it today, it's not appropriate, I really want to praise what we do. The fact is that the teachers have our children all day for 5 days a week. The parents only got them for a weekend and got them that evening when they come home where you help them with their homework and they have to go bathe and eat and things like that. Our teachers are abusing and misusing trust. There are teachers, they are in every school in the Stanfic district, there are teachers playing with their students, pregnanting Stanfic 6th form, standard 6 people and 6th form, and other teachers are condoning it and not reporting it. I have a problem with that. It's happening in a high school. Students are being raped. It's happening in Bellepan High School. It's happening in every single school in the Stanfic West. And you all know who you all are. And I'm telling European Union, asking education and UB, if we are going to train teachers, we have to make sure we start to bet them seriously. So we said, look at there, they're betraying the trust of the kids. Kids are being told, you can't pass unless you play with me. There are people in high school that get played around by the teacher. In every school, in ecumenical, in young, and I will say what is that, and anybody want to take me to court and sue me for libel, feel free to do that. Feel free to do that. Because you don't want me to stand up here and call names. So be very, very careful where I say. I would not like to see this $1.2 million be wasted on people violating the trust of the kids out here. There are kids who have gotten pregnant back to Cowpen. Standard 6 people and standard 5. They never get done outside. Look at Bella Vista, look at any school out here, guys.